Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So, we're going to talk to you today about the Double Horse 7009 RC boat. Now, a fellow YouTuber has a dead power supply. Now, you can just opt to switch out to LiPos, and especially if you got a LiPo power supply handy, and just convert the boat to LiPo power if you want. Otherwise, the alternative is if you want to stick with the same batteries, you can do that too. But you're going to need to build a power supply. I haven't yet been able to get my hands on replacement power supplies yet for it. But there are solutions out there that are fairly inexpensive and really easy to do too. Now, we've got a couple options for you. One of which is an AC/DC power supply. Okay, now the output voltage has to be DC, and it has to be polarized, positive and negative. And so you're going to need, obviously, used power supply, which is the cheap way to go. You can get universals if you want brand new, you know, for about 15 or 20 bucks at your local Radio Shack or the Source. But a used power supply, if you can get one that works from like a Value Village or a Resource Center or wherever you find used electronics in your city, then you can get a used power supply. Now, the voltage I'm going to recommend is between 7.2 to no more than 9 volts. Okay, just because of the size of the battery it is a 7.2 volt battery. When it's fully charged, it's about 8.4 to 8.46 volts fully charged. Okay, and these are nickel methyl hydrate packs. It doesn't necessarily mean 100% you have no choice but to use a nickel methyl hydrate charger. You can use third-party solutions. I've done it for years. It does work. You just got to keep an eye on things and then figure out how that charger is reacting with your battery to actually know even when to take it off. What you don't want to do is get these things really warm or hot to the touch when you're charging them, because that kills them off pretty quick. Okay, so you want to make sure they still run cool. So you're going to need an adequate charger. So 7.2 to 9 volts, anywhere from 100 milliamp right up to 5, 6, 7, 8, even an 800 milliamp would do at a pinch. Okay, just because you're going to have to time it and learn the timings, because you're dealing with a third-party solution that, whether even if it has a timing circuit, if it was a charger for something at one time, it may not work with your battery. Likely it may not. So you're going to have to keep an eye on things and learn how long it takes to really recharge your battery. So first thing you're going to do is, before you even decide to charge your battery, is check its voltage output where it's sitting at presently. So you're going to need a digital or manual multimeter, and you're going to have to know how to read a manual. But the digital ones are great and they're real cheap. I picked this one up for like well under $10 at my local hardware store. And we're going to check the polarity on the battery. Make sure we got that right. Check our voltages. We're sitting at 7.71 volts in this battery right now. Now, this is a 709 replacement battery, at least that's what they sent me, and you'll notice it doesn't have a JST connector. That threw me for a loop. I was like, what? So anyways, but that's all they had, and this is the connector it had. So there may have been a change in the boat at some point. Maybe they decided to go with this because maybe it's a better connector, who knows. But I built an adapter to go from this to this battery, so I can use JST connection to my boat. Okay, and you can switch your boat connectors around to whatever you want, really. It's up to you. So anyways, this battery I actually used to power the boat with. For recharge purposes, we have another solution. We've built another one to work with this battery. Now, if you've already got a JST battery, which you will with your stock battery, it's a blue battery. At least that's what I've been getting in my boats that I've been selling. And my own Double Horse 709 has all JST set up. But if you don't, you can build an adapter for that too. And this will be your new charge connector lead setup. Okay? Now, this, I put a JST connector onto this third-party power supply, and it just lines right up to the grooves and plugs right in, and I can plug it into the wall, start charging it. Now, this charger, of course, was built as a sample only to show you, okay, because it's definitely not going to be used for charging this battery. This is like 12 volts. Anyhow, your other solution which is actually affordable and probably more worthwhile to do, is if you already have a Lighthawk Charger boat, then you're all set. Because Lighthawk Charger comes with about a 1300 milliamp nickel methyl hydrate 6 cell, and their charger is, of course, got a Dean's connector. Now you can order chargers separate from Lighthawk. They're $10 plus shipping and taxes and whatnot. Now I've got a used one here, but I mean I'm selling it for $7. And it's off my own Lighthawk chargers because I don't use Nimpaks in them anymore. Anyhow, so that explains that. I have my Dean's connector on here, and I wanted to keep the Dean's connector on here because obviously this one's for sale. But if you want to get yourself one of these chargers, snip off the Dean's connector, mark your polarity first, and I can tell you right now, without even testing this, your positive is your T section here, okay? So the bar that goes across this way, and then the one that goes vertical is your negative. So just mark it with a piece of tape down below somewhere, positive side, negative side, and it's idiot proof to put it together. The other option that I went for was to build this connector, okay, which is a Dean's female end to a JST. And so this way I don't have to disrupt my Lighthawk Charger power pack, especially if you already have a Lighthawk Charger. Like I said, it's a lot easier. Just build this connector because you've already got the charger. Now all you got to do is build your connector. So you need a Dean's female to JST, and then you're going to need to build yourself a little adapter to actually be able to charge. Okay. Now your GST, you can build it with this end on it if you want, because the battery itself has this end on the battery. Okay, so you can actually just build your Dean's connector to one of these male ends here. But I'm in the opposite mode here, so this is how I did it. So anyways, we can just pop that right in, and away we go. So we know we got 7.71 volts sitting in here right now. So let's plug this in the wall just for a couple of minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll see just how it goes. Now the Lighthawk Charger charger supply has a light that's red when it's charging and green when it's charged. Okay, so we're just going to plug this in, and we'll be right back, and we'll see where our volts sit at after a few minutes and see how well it's working for us. Hey guys, welcome back. So, a little rough to play in the water, so we decided to drain the battery down with an engine, and we took it down to around 6 volts, put it on the charger, and we timed it, and it took 10 minutes and 6 seconds, and the light came on the Lighthawk charger. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be the ultimate charger. And let's take a look at our voltage here. I believe this is our battery. I'll find out, 'cause I got 2 of these. Positive, negative. Okay, so we're at 8.49 volts. Doing well. So we're fully charged, ready to rock and roll. And so what you're going to need then is going to be the Lighthawk charger, okay? You're going to need a female Dean's connector, some wire of course, and you're going to need a male JST, okay? Especially if you're running with the factory blue battery, it already has this JST connection off the battery that plugs direct into the boat. Okay, now if you got a third-party battery like I do, obviously, because this definitely is not for the 7009 boat, even though they said it did on the order list, then of course you got to cobble together some other adapters, right? But of course you guys have seen all my little adapters. This one here, this is for plugging into the boat direct, okay? And this one here that I built, this is for plugging in to this adapter that I made, which goes like this, and then into the Lighthawk charger. Okay, so being that the Lighthawk charger normally charges a 7.2 volt 6 cell nickel methyl hydrate battery at about 1300 milliamps, it will charge a 7.2 volt 650 milliamp battery rather quickly. Okay, so you're talking from a completely depleted battery, probably you're looking at half an hour to an hour. So you can really cut that charge time down, because the double horse charger is only 150 milliamps at 7.2 volts, where we're getting 9 volts at 500 milliamps on the Lighthawk charger. So we're getting a lot less charge time, okay, and it's not going to hurt anything either. And it is a nickel methyl hydrate charger, so it's designed to work with nickel methyl hydrate batteries, and they're both 6-cell type batteries, so hey, no problem there, guys. So anyways, hope this helps. And so anybody who's got dead power packs out there for their double horse 7009 RC boat, sorry, this is a good, easy solution. It's going to be inexpensive. You're looking at, for a brand new charger, if you have to buy one, you're looking at 10 bucks, a couple of bucks for some Dean's connector and some wire, solder. I mean, for around the $20 range, we'll say max, you can build yourself a nice, good, reliable, long-lasting charger, okay? And I do have 2 of these Lighthawk chargers in stock that are used ones, and I'm selling them for $7 a piece. I have Dean's connectors. I can get you all set up, not a problem. And I do have JST kits as well. So if you check the link to our website in the description of this video too, you'll also find all the little pieces you're going to need to build yourself a replacement charger for your boat, and you'll be off to the races again, and voila. Or you can opt out to go into LipoPower as well for your double horse 7009. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.